Every level of your life as a cartel chemist. Level 1. The offer you should have refused. You are a qualified medical chemist. 5 years of university. 2 years of postgraduate research. A thesis on pharmaceutical compound synthesis that your professors called exceptional. You work in a government testing laboratory for a salary that does not come close to what your qualifications deserve. You test water samples. You verify food safety certificates. You fill out forms. You do work that a person with half your education could do, and you do it for money that barely covers your rent. You have applied to every pharmaceutical company in the country. 3 interviews in 2 years. No offers. You are not angry about it anymore. You are just tired. Then your old university friend calls. You have not spoken in 8 months. He sounds different, more confident, more money in his voice than you remember. He says he has been doing some private contract work. Chemistry consulting for a private manufacturing operation. Good money. Very good money. He says they are looking for someone else. Someone with your specific background in compound synthesis. You ask what they manufacture. He pauses for just a moment. Then he says pharmaceutical-grade products. Private clients. Nothing you need to worry about. That pause. You will think about that pause for the rest of your life. You say yes. Level 2. The door closes. He picks you up on a Saturday morning. You bring a bag for the weekend because he said the facility is outside the city and they want to show you around before you commit to anything. You tell your mother you are going to look at a job opportunity. She says that is wonderful. She has always believed in you. You drive for 2 hours. Then onto roads that are not on any map you recognize. Then through a gate that closes behind the car before you have finished processing that it opened at all. The facility is underground. Not a basement. Underground. Access through a structure that looks like a warehouse from the outside and reveals a fully equipped pharmaceutical laboratory beneath it when the floor opens. The equipment is better than anything you have worked with before. Better than the university labs. Better than the government facility. Everything you would need to synthesize compounds at a level of precision and volume that takes your breath away professionally before the rest of your brain catches up with what you are looking at. Your friend introduces you to a man who does not give his name. The man explains what they manufacture. He uses the chemical names, the precise terminology. He speaks to you as a professional to a professional. You understand every word. You understand what it is. You turn to your friend. His expression tells you everything the man without a name has not said yet. You are not here to decide whether to take the job. You are already in it. The door at the top of the stairs is already locked. Level 3. You become the most valuable person nobody knows. You have no phone. They took it at the gate on Saturday morning, and it has not been returned. You have no way to contact your mother. No way to reach anyone outside the facility. The men with weapons at the entrance are not there to keep people out. They are there to keep you in. But the work is extraordinary. That is the most disturbing thing you will discover about yourself in the months that follow. That the problem in front of you is chemically fascinating. That your brain engages with it the way it always engages with complex synthesis challenges. With focus, with curiosity, with the particular satisfaction of a mind working at the level it was built for. You hate yourself for finding it interesting. You do it anyway. Within 3 months, you have increased the purity of the product to a level the operation has never achieved before. The man without a name comes to the lab personally to see the results. His expression is the closest thing to impressed you have ever seen on a face that does not do impressed. Your living conditions improve immediately. Better food, a private room, a television, small things that communicate a single message. You are valuable. Valuable things are maintained. You are not a prisoner in the way you imagined prisoners were kept. You are something more complicated than that. You are irreplaceable, and irreplaceable things are never released. Level 4. You plan the only exit available. A year and your friend tries to speak to you alone. He finds you in the lab during a shift change when the guards rotate. He speaks quickly, quietly. He says he is sorry, that he did not know it would be like this when he recommended you, that he thought it was just going to be contract work. In and out. Good money, and then gone. You look at him for a long time. Then you ask him how long he has been here. He says 2 years. You stop speaking to him after that. You start paying attention to different things. Guard rotation times. Shift changes. The exact sequence of locks on the access corridor. The one camera in the eastern corridor that has been angled slightly wrong for 3 weeks, and nobody has corrected. The supply truck that arrives every Thursday morning at the same time, and leaves 40 minutes later through the same gate. You are a chemist. You observe. You record. You form hypotheses. You test them quietly over weeks until you are certain. Thursday morning. Supply truck. 40 minutes. The camera in the eastern corridor. The shift change that leaves 2 fewer guards at the gate for exactly 6 minutes during the handover. You have 1 attempt. If it fails, there is no second attempt. You know what happens to valuable things that try to leave. Thursday arrives. You move through the eastern corridor at the exact moment the camera does not cover. Your heart is running faster than it has ever run. You reach the loading area as the supply truck is being secured for departure. You get into the back of the truck between 2 pallets of chemical supply boxes. You pull the tarpaulin over yourself. You stop breathing as loudly as your body wants to. The truck moves. The gate opens. The truck passes through. You are outside. You are actually outside. 40 minutes later, the truck stops at a supply depot on the edge of a town you do not recognize. You climb out before the driver reaches the back. You run. You find a road. You flag down a car driven by an elderly man who looks at you and sees something in your face that makes him not ask any questions. He drives you to the nearest town. You find a phone. You call the police. You tell them everything. The location. The compound names. The production volume. The man without a name. Everything your chemist's memory recorded in 12 months of paying attention to things chemists pay attention to. The raid happens within 72 hours. The facility is shut down. 14 people are arrested. Your friend is among them. The man without a name is not. You are placed in protective custody. The authorities tell you that you are a witness, not a suspect. That your cooperation is noted. That they will do everything they can to keep you safe. 3 weeks later, you are moved to a safe house in a city you have never been to. You call your mother from a number she does not recognize. She picks up on the first ring. You tell her you are okay. She starts crying before you finish the sentence. You sit on the edge of a bed in a safe house in a city you cannot name to anyone, and you listen to your mother cry, and you think about the pause. The pause before your friend said pharmaceutical-grade products. That pause lasted less than 2 seconds. Everything that followed it lasted the rest of your life. 6 months later, a man you have never seen before sits down next to you at a coffee shop in the city where you are supposed to be hidden. He does not look at you. He orders a coffee. He says one sentence very quietly. He says the man without a name would like you to know that the 14 people who were arrested have all been released. Then he stands up, pays for his coffee, and walks out. You sit very still for a long time. Then you pay for your coffee. You walk back to the safe house. You lock the door. You sit in the chair facing the door. And you wait. Because almost made it and made it are not the same thing. And you have always been very precise about the difference.